Hello everyone, Jules here. Today I'd like to show a tarot deck that is a fairly recent publication. That is Tarot of the Golden Wheel. Here is the box. And this deck was created by an artist called Mila Losenko, who lives in Russia. And this deck is quite interesting, and it's mainly about the European culture from Eastern Europe and Russia. So it's quite a unique and interesting deck, and the artwork is quite beautiful. This is the Queen of Cups on the cover, and the artwork is or has been created using watercolor paintings. So the artwork is quite beautiful. Here is the book. The book, little white book or booklet, has been written by the artist as well. So Mila Losenko has also written the book, the guidebook. And what is a bit different about this guidebook is there are key words for all of the cards. And I find that quite interesting, and I like some of the keywords. I think some of the keywords are quite well associated. I don't like all of the keywords, but I do like most of them. And there is a special golden wheel spread in the book as well. So here is the book, and I'm going to show some of the cards I particularly like. The cardstock is quite good. This is published by U.S.Games. Here is the back of the cards with the golden wheel, and the cardstock is quite good. It's quite sturdy. There is a semi-gloss finish, and what some people have actually not mentioned that I have noticed is that these cards are a little bit taller than usual. They're a little bit longer than usual. So some people may notice that. I don't mind it too much. I probably would have preferred them to be a little bit more standard size, but it doesn't matter. It's not a major issue. Okay, so I'm going to start by showing the Major Arcana. So here is the Fool card, and I love the colouring that's been used for this deck. It's watercolour painting based, and the use of colour is very original in this deck. So here is the Fool card. The Magician. And a lot of the inspiration for these cards and images are from Russian and Eastern Europe folk tales. I think the only thing that is a little bit disappointing with the book is that there are brief meanings for each of the cards. I would have liked more information about the inspiration for the images, and even possibly which folk tales they are actually based on. So here is the Magician. And I love the way this magician is holding a sword in one hand and a wand in the other. So I really like this. I actually didn't plan on getting this deck, but when I noticed how well done the artwork is, I had to get it. The High Priestess, and she's holding a key. So the High Priestess is seen as the key holder to the mysteries. I like the owl on her other side, on top of the pole in her other hand. So these are really beautiful and interesting cards. And I'm quite interested in Russia and Russian and Eastern Europe folk tales. the Hierophant. Really like this card too. A lot of people may not know that there is quite a tradition in Russia, particularly with esoteric ideas. So I also like that about this deck as well. This is not really an esoteric deck, but I do like the fact that there is an esoteric history to Russia and some of these other Eastern Europe countries that have an esoteric tradition. The Hierophant. The Lovers. I like the way this is done. It has a more traditional Tarot of Marseille image where there is a person in the middle deciding between two other people, deciding about two others. So that's the Lovers. Beautiful Chariot card. The use of colour is really quite beautiful. The Hermit. This is quite interesting the way this has been done. This is like a wandering man. You could imagine this wandering man in nature, outside amongst nature. So I really like this Hermit card. It's quite a peaceful image. Beautiful Justice. I love this Justice card. I think this card represents justice so well. Beautiful Death card. And I love the night sky image in this card. Great Devil card. That's why I would have liked a bit more information about these images, because this image is very interesting for the Devil card. The Moon, the Wolf. Love the shades of blue. Great Sun card. You can feel the beautiful energy in this card. And Judgment. Another beautiful card. Now for the Minor Arcana, the Ace of Wands. And what I like about this card, I think this card for the Ace of Wands is actually depicting the folk tale about the firebird. There is a firebird folk tale, particularly, I think it's a Russian folk tale about the firebird. The firebird, I think, is a bit like a phoenix bird tale. But I love the choice of the firebird for the wands, for the Ace of Wands, for the fire energy. Beautiful. Two of Wands. So with the two rams head to head there, it's very much an Aries energy. Beautiful. Three of Wands. And a great Queen of Wands. The court cards are quite well done in this deck too. Now for the cups. Ace of Cups. And I like the two fish on the Ace of Cups, which conjures up the sign of Pisces for me. Water sign of Pisces. Five of Cups. I particularly like the use of blue, the colour blue in this deck. It's almost like a purple blue or royal blue kind of shade. It's Five of Cups. Eight of Cups. Artwork is just so beautifully done. And I like this Page of Cups. This Page of Cups typifies Page of Cups for me. It really looks like the way that the Page of Cups should appear. So I really like this for the Page of Cups. Quite beautiful. Now for the swords, and I really like this suit. I think it is very well done. Ace of Swords. Three of Swords, and I like this one. I like the way this has been presented, and I'm always glad to see Three of Sword cards that don't have the usual heart with the swords going through it. I like variations on the Three of Swords. It's a great Three of Swords card. Nine of Swords is well done too. The use of blue in these cards too. Again, there's a lot of blue in the sword suit. I like this with the Nine of Swords. And a great Queen of Swords. This person really looks like a Queen of Swords. So you can see the cool clarity and detachment, the cool detachment that is needed for the Queen of Swords. Beautiful. Now we have what would usually be pentacles or discs, but this is called wheels, very appropriately for the deck. The Ace of Wheels. So it has a bull here, Taurus the bull. And Taurus is, of course, an earth sign. So having a bull for the Ace of Wheels is very appropriate for the earth energy. Two of Wheels. I think this one's really well done. Five of Wheels. I like this image of this particular image of the Five of Wheels. I find this card can sometimes look too desolate, and it's actually supposed to have a hint of hope and motivation or encouragement in the card, because it really means change rather than despair. So I really like this Five of Wheels. And the King of Wheels. I think this is quite a beautiful card. I love the use of the green for the earth element, colour green. And I just think these are really interesting court cards, the images of the people. So I think this is a great King of Wheels. Representing the wheel of life, the wheel of existence. Okay, so there's some of the cards from the Tarot of the Golden Wheel by Mila Losenko. Here's the box again. And I think this is a really interesting deck. I think it's quite beautiful and it's really quite well done. I think the images are quite original and unique, and I am really glad that I decided to get this deck. So I'll put the details below the video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.